Hey everybody, this is Josh Suth, aka Ask Joshy on YouTube, and I am casting this game for IC Cup TV today for the Global Gamers Invitational Round of 32. This is Game 2 of a Best of 3 series. I have not watched these replays yet, don't even know who wins, so this is going to be just as exciting for me as it is for you. We have Tarson, the Polish Terran player, starting over here on the left spawn point of Lost Temple, and MorroW trading in his yellow for a nice green coat of paint down here on the bottom side. And MorroW is up 1-0 already in this series, so just needs to take this one home to move on to the round of 16. And I do want to thank our sponsors real quick for the Global Gamers Invitational, iFixit.com. They're SCVs for the real world. We have ESUnited.net, Esports United, and TheHandsomeNerd.com, that t-shirt site run by Artosis and Tasteless, providing some t-shirts for our tournament. And here we have MorroW building his supply depot very close to home. No real reason to wall off in Terran versus Terran. You want to keep things kind of close to home for an early defense against any kind of crazy, cheesy stuff. And MorroW doing the same, or Tarson actually doing the same thing here, building a supply depot right in the gas line, able to just submerge that into the ground there. So not really blocking anything. So last game we saw MorroW sticking to one strategy throughout the entire game, stuck with that MMM ball, got upgrades all over the place for that thing, and just mowed down Tarson by the end of the game. Tarson was kind of all over the place, spent a lot of resources early on a quick Banshee, but MorroW was able to scout it and get some turrets up way ahead of time. So Tarson being a little impotent with his first couple of attacks there with that Banshee. But MorroW, like I said, just outproduced him, got that expansion down pretty quick, never lost any mining time, did some great drops over in Tarson's base just to get Tarson to stop mining for a few seconds here and there. Killed off a couple of supply depots, supply blocked him. Tarson actually had to switch off to sort of a tank strategy, didn't really work out for him, couldn't get his tanks sieged in time to do any significant damage to that bio ball of MorroW. Tarson going again for a pretty quick factory here. Not sure if he's going to be going for that Banshee again. MorroW may be expecting it, or maybe he won't be expecting it because Tarson did just do that last game. So MorroW now choosing to float his barracks over to sort of a random spot over here in front of the ramp. Getting that second gas rather quickly himself, getting a factory up. A bit slower than Tarson, but still pretty quick. At 17 food. These SCV scouts are going to bump right into each other and keep on trucking. Neither player knows where the other is just yet. What is being built over here? A supply depot, okay. Kind of off to the side. Wasn't sure what he was building, trying to hide some tech or something. Turned out to just be a supply depot. So, factory done. What is going to be next? Starport or Tech Lab or another barracks? What will it be, Mr. Tarson? Looks like you're saving up for a starport. Yes, you are. Getting that starport pretty quick. That factory almost done for MorroW now. He does have his orbital command ready to go. Already muling, as does Tarson. So both players getting pretty good starts on their economies. Looks like they're pretty even. Yep, mules, marines, and SCVs all pretty much the same here. Someone just lost an SCV. Did he actually lose an SCV? Or am I just blind? Never mind. Don't worry about that. Starport nearly finished here. Tech Lab coming up. So looks like Tarson is going to be going for a fast Banshee yet again. What is MorroW's response going to be here? He is getting a starport of his own pretty quickly. However, who's going to finish first? Tarson is going to finish first and get it over on that Tech Lab. But if MorroW can just finish his, he doesn't even need an add-on. He can just make a Viking really quick, or make a Banshee of his own. And if this is his Banshee build, he is quite a bit slower than Tarson. Tarson looks like he's been playing with it a bit more. Does have that Banshee already coming out, and MorroW is going to be making a Banshee of his own. So we're going to have some Banshee wars here to kick off this game too. And like I said, this is a best of 3, so we'll be bringing you the entire series regardless of who wins or whatever happens in this game. And MorroW guarding his cliff here with 5 Marines. Not really doing much else, making some SCVs, getting that Banshee out pretty quickly. Oh, getting Cloak here. So that's something Tarson actually did not do in the first game. Even though he made that extremely quick Banshee, he did not get Cloak for it. He's not getting it this time either. So Tarson already on the move. Oh, MorroW sends his scouting factory, which basically tells Tarson, hey, I made a starport, because there's no reason to make a factory and float it over if you're just going to be scouting with it. So Tarson's first Banshee does arrive. He gets 1 quick SCV kill, 2 quick SCV kills. The Marines of MorroW are trying to chase him down. He's going to have a pretty good spread to be able to take this out, as a Banshee will kill a Marine, like you see there, in only 2 hits. So some good micro and coverage is going to be needed to get this Banshee basically out of his hair. 3 kills for the Banshee so far. If he can just hit either one of these low health Marines. He'll get, there's another kill. Just scoot forward. Before this turret finishes, what are you going to do, Tarson, with your Banshee? And it looks like MorroW's still just hanging out with his factory there. Is that Banshee ever going to finish for MorroW? It looks like no. It's just going to take absolutely forever. Cloak is finished. Did he get a Banshee over here yet? No, he hasn't. So, like I said, MorroW just quite a bit behind here in this build. It looks like he does have some turrets up for now, though, so he's going to be safe. And the first Banshee of MorroW is coming over here. Banshees, of course, can't hit air, so MorroW actually with this cloak, no detection here, only one Viking even in the area, no energy for his scan. Holy crap, this Banshee is going to get a ton of kills if he just uses it to focus SCVs and not a refinery. He's just going to rack up on these kills until a scan is able to come down. It looks like no engineering base even being built right now. 6 kills, 7 kills, 8 kills, able to keep going there until that scan. Oh no, the Banshee actually runs out of energy before a scan can complete, so this Viking is way out of place trying to kill off this factory for no real reason. MorroW has kind of given up on that factory, but more shots coming in on these SCVs. Is he going to kill the mule? He is going to kill the mule. However, this Viking finally shows up for Tarson. Going to start taking out this Banshee, but the Banshee is well paid for itself. 14 kills and going to be able to run away for the time being. Tarson has to be careful with this one Viking, because if another Banshee scoots in here, he's going to be able to kill off everything. If we look at units, oh my goodness, Tarson down to 11, 12 SCVs, where MorroW has double that amount with 24, 25. What is going on here? Tarson is back with his own Banshee, trying to stay out of turret range and pick off a barracks. Even the ground armies are starting to do some crazy stuff. MorroW getting some free kills on Tarson's ground army here with this Banshee. 4 kills there, and no detection in sight. Looks like a Raven is being built for Tarson finally. However, he's going to lose just a lot of units. Finally, that Raven comes in here, and a first Viking is going to be able to take this out with one more shot. Is he going to do it? Ravens are kind of slow, so this Banshee might be able to escape before his energy runs out. Is he going to go for more SCV kills or not? Tarson looks like he's moving in. He was able to kill off that barracks. Looks like that Banshee did just go down. Sorry, I just missed it, but we kind of knew that was coming. One Hellion from Tarson just hanging out here, easily picked off by the 16-kill Banshee. Wowzer cowzer. And barracks coming down for MorroW. He's got 3 now. The starport still just pumping out Banshees. This command center is floating over to expand. Tarson did get the first expansion up, but has so many fewer SCVs. He's only got 15 SCVs at this point in the game, up to 29 of MorroW. So MorroW way ahead in economy right now. Gonna be doing just fine for himself. He even has idle SCVs. He doesn't even care because he's so far ahead. Finally, this command center over here is going to be coming into an orbital command now. Even another idle SCV. Oh, finally those go back to work. And barracks being built all the time. Looks like neither player really has a large army right now. Tarson with just a few Marines, a Raven, and a Viking to fight off whatever MorroW is able to send at him. More Banshees coming out now for Tarson. MorroW looks like he's kind of given up on air for a little bit. He's got a ton of gas. Holy crap, MorroW, spend that money. You have 400 minerals and 800 gas. That is more than you will ever need at one time. So he is cranking out units best he can from his barracks, but he needs to pay attention to the starport. If you've got the production buildings and you've got the money, just constantly be producing units. Cannot hurt you. There's nothing you really need to save up for. Finally, does spend some money there, but not on a starport unit. So what is he building? Just supply depots, it looks like, and maybe an upgrade going on. Yeah, +1 weapons for his ground army. So queuing up lots of ground units instead of utilizing that starport to its fullest. Finally, a medevac coming out there. Banshee's still up for Tarson, as well as his few ground units. He's got actually quite a lot of ground units going on. Oh, I hear a Banshee. Yep, MorroW's back with a cloaked Banshee. This one's got 18 kills and rising. He does not have a second orbital command yet. Wow, he's waiting forever to get that, and he does not have enough scan energy, so this cloaked Banshee would have been able to do quite a bit more damage before this Raven arrived. However, MorroW thought it best to just head on over to the watchtower and pick off whatever is there while that Raven is away from home, going to get a free Marine kill. However, the Raven is going to get over there quickly, so MorroW, you got to stay one step ahead of that Raven. Does get another Marine kill there, so that Commander Banshee just killing everything in sight. Pretty crazy. MorroW is salvaging this bunker here. He does have a kind of tiny ground force here to combat this much larger force of Tarson, as well as this Raven with point defense drones. That's going to be shooting down Viking shots, shooting down, basically that's it. But Tarson floating over. He's got medevacs. He's got a decent sized air force here. He's got stim going off. He's got point defense drones to stop this Viking and the turrets just momentarily. However, the Viking does finish up. The turret does get its ground back. They kill off that point defense drone. Gonna be able to kill this medevac here too. MorroW actually pulling all his SCVs here to help fight this off while some units come out of his several barracks. This Viking not really adding anything to the fight anymore. He needs to go ahead and land it to kill off this last Marauder of Tarson. So Tarson with more units already here. This point defense drone back here still shooting down shots from this Banshee. Finally runs out of energy. This Commander Banshee still hanging out there. Tarson just killing whatever he can with this one Marauder. It does finally die to some Marines. So MorroW just barely able to repel that. Lost a lot of SCV